The new season of Lotus Riché Ignite Show, bringing you realness, authenticity, and unparalleled wisdom from top leaders, business professionals, pioneers, and everyday people. Thank you for joining us. Have a great time during the show. Welcome our esteemed guest. Sit back and hold tight, because it's time to ignite and take flight.
Oh, well, you just saw just a little bit, because they're not the only two guests that's in the house tonight. We are right and we are tight tonight, and you are going to have a time that's simply dynamite. So go ahead, come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room around my table for you. And tonight we are going to have a light like no other. Yes. So I want to welcome you to the show. Come on in and get in where you fit in. And go ahead, tag, touch, and tell a friend to come on in. Tell a friend and tell a friend of me, because what these folks are going to talk to you about tonight, even your frenemy needs to know. So as you come in, and especially for those of you, this might be your first time coming to the show. I'm Dr. Lotus Riché. I'm your show host of the Lotus Riché Ignite Show, and we are going to help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life. And so as you come in, let us know what city you're streaming in from. And don't hesitate to go to the Lotus Riché Ignite page, the Lotus Riché page. Go to YouTube, go to LinkedIn, and share these tasty tips and morsels and life-changing pieces of information with your friends and your family. So tonight, we are going to be talking about becoming the best you, the recap. Now, many of you know, we had a fabulous conference in St. Louis hosted by the BTBY tribe. BTBY, right. It was simply amazing. And I was one of the amazing speakers that was there. But guess what? There were like 36, count them. I don't even have enough fingers to count on my fingers, right? But there were 36 speakers there. And I have the amazing pleasure to have many of the speakers here with me since the amazing conference. Okay? So I've got to tell you, it's without question that you are in for a treat. So since you're in for a treat, go ahead and put a T in the comment. And let us know where you're coming from. Okay, let us know where you're coming from. All right, so now that I've said that, you might see us take a little sip every now and then of water. You can sip on whatever you so desire. Okay, and just remember the thoughts and expressions of people that come onto our show. It's their expressions, and we believe in freedom of speech, and so we want to let you have some freedom of speech as well. So if you want to contact any of the folks that you see here tonight, if you need training from anything like that, I'm going to do some secret sauce tonight, and I'm going to ask them to train you if you need some training. Okay. So while we're doing that, I want to give you a few seconds just to come on in and tag a friend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to start tagging and sharing. And when I come back, I'm going to let you see who our first guest is going to be tonight. Here you go. It's your time to tag and share. Come on in and show that you care right here on the Lotus Riché Ignite Show, where we're ignited and taking flight and keep it real tight with the amazing folks tonight as we talk about the BTBY, the recap. We got Tommy Morgan, Donald Toldson, Charlette White, and of course, Charlie in the house tonight. All right, so I gave you 30 seconds to do what you can do. So now, with that being shared, I'm going to play this for you, and I'm going to let you see who the first person is going to be out here with me.
season of Lotus Riché Ignite Show, bringing you realness, authenticity, and unparalleled wisdom from top leaders, business professionals, pioneers, and everyday people. Thank you for joining us. Have a great time during the show.
Welcome our esteemed guest,
Arcavius Arm.
I'm super excited. This Wednesday, I need y'all to tune in to the Lotus Riché Ignite Show. Be there or be square, right? Please tune in. We share some great information. So I'm excited to have this opportunity. So if you're a friend of mine or if you are watching this video, just tune in and hear the great information that's going to be shared. We're going to be doing a recap of Becoming the Best You conference that just happened in February. So with that being said, I thank you guys for just tuning in to on Wednesday, this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be there. Lotus Riché, she's going to be there interviewing me, and I'm super excited for this opportunity. And y'all tune in. Make sure you tune in. All right, talk to you guys later.
What up? It's your boy Tommy Morgan here from Next Life Coaching. Just want to give a shout out to Dr. Lotus Riché. Thanks for having me on your show. Can't wait. I'm excited. I love being a part of people who have dope processes. And Dr. Lotus Riché, you are absolutely dope. But right now, it's time for me to get it in the gym. Anyway, see you there. Let's go. Hey!
All right.
love the energy.
We got
Absolutely.
the speaker, the author, the show host, and the CEO from Dallas, Texas, Charlette White, also known as what? Charlette the Challenger. What's going on, lady?
Hello. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited.
Well, I'm so happy to have you here. And boy, are we very fortunate sitting by Mr. Muscle Man himself. I want everybody to welcome a speaker and trainer, the ISSA Certified Specialist in Sports Nutrition, all the way from Columbia, South Carolina, by way of Chicago. It's Tommy Morgan. Woo-woo!
Thanks for having me. So excited. Can't wait to get started. Let's go.
Woo-woo! I love how you say that. So listen, you both are powerhouses, and we have been blessed to have two other powerhouses with us for the show. I say, let's bring them on in. Yeah, y'all.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Toldson Sr. Listen, the call just came in. I am going to be on the Lotus Riché show on March the 22nd at 7 p.m. I am so excited. I have been waiting on this for so long. The Lotus Riché show on March the 22nd at 7 p.m. Wow. What am I going to wear? I got to go. I have to go get ready. I'll see you there March the 22nd at 7 p.m. Bye.
Hey. What's going on? The speaker, the author,
Yes.
the CEO is in the house. The man that keeps winning no matter what. Tommy Toldson. Donald Toldson, what's going on?
Woo! Hey.
Woo!
How you doing?
Wow.
How you doing?
If I was any better, it would be three of me telling three of y'all the same thing. I'm doing magnificent. I'm so happy to have you here. And we
Thank
are
you.
getting this party heated up even more because we got someone else in the studio that we are about to bring out. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah,
Hey, fam.
baby.
It's your boy, Coach G. Hey, I just wanted to let you know, I just found out I'm going to be on the Dr. Lotus Riché Ignite show. Yeah, me, Dr. Lotus Riché Ignite show. I'm so excited. Tomorrow night, March 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. Be there. If you want to be blessed, you want to have a power pack time, be there. I'll meet you there. This is your boy, Coach G.
Coach G in the house. Coach G in the house. Owner and CEO at Battleground Equipment Center from St. Louis, Missouri, Gary Newsome. Coach Nunu's in the house.
Hey, there's my people. There's my people. What's up?
Hey, wow. I'm so happy to have you here, Coach Nunu. What's going on with you?
I'm just excited about life. Got some great things that I'm starting up, rebuilding my life. So I'm just in a great spot right now.
Awesome. I'm loving it. And so, listen, we all had the amazing pleasure to be together in St. Louis. It was amazing. Ladies, I know y'all probably jealous. All these amazing, intelligent, powerful, great-looking, great being men, because they're great beings. You get it? In the house. But you don't have to be jealous, because guess what? Each of them are a trainer, a speaker, a coach, and you need to have them at your event. And guys, I know we got Charlette in the house. She'll be back in the house here shortly, but don't sleep on Charlette. Make sure you connect with her too. So as we get rolling, again, I want to welcome all of you all to the show. I had a great time with all y'all in St. Louis, and I got to tell you, all of you all are leaders. So let's get right into it with the man that led the way in the muscles out there doing the conference, none other than our brother, Tommy Morgan. So Tommy, I want to run this to you first. When we were out there in St. Louis, how was that for you first and foremost? I just want to check in with everybody. How was it for you?
Okay, so being from South Carolina, or living in South Carolina currently, and going to St. Louis, the first thing I noticed was that wind and the cold. That's the first thing I noticed. But the craziest thing is kind of when we got in the atmosphere, we got to the hotel and just got around everybody. It was a very relieving feeling. It's kind of like that atmosphere that you need to be in. You don't get that atmosphere all the time. So once we got into the atmosphere, it's like everybody felt as one. Like we were there about positivity, about growth, just about enhancing each other. So it was a very, very warm welcome. And you kind of felt the energy off tops once you entered the hotel. Absolutely.
Yes. Awesome. So, Gary, how was it for you?
Wow, it was transformational for me. I really had no expectations. It was my first event. Had no expectations coming in, and it completely blew my mind. This was a weekend that marked my life. So I walked in maybe nervous, I'll even say even a little bit afraid, but being around the people, as my brother Tommy said, the energy, there was an anointing. I'm even going to throw that out there. I felt like there was an anointing in the house. It wasn't just a feeling. There was an anointing. There was like a movement that was literally happening all around us. Everywhere you turned, you could just see it. You could feel it. So it wrecked me. It's changed my life.
Yes. Awesome. Fantastic. And of course, we're going straight to you, Donald, and then Charlette is going next.
Well. Let me tell you, like my brother Tommy said, he said that, first of all, I felt the cold weather coming from Florida. I said, where? I was like, wow. But I wasn't able to make it there because I had a youth training program going on, but I came that Sunday. I flew in that Sunday morning and had a great time, but I didn't wait till Sunday to start watching the conference. I was watching Friday and Saturday as everyone was getting hyped and everyone was, just having a great time at the conference. I was like, oh my goodness, I wish I was there. But I flew in Sunday morning. I was right on time, flew out Sunday night. But during that time period, I met some amazing speakers. I had a wonderful time.
Awesome. Fantastic. And Charlette, the challenger, how was it for you being there with all these amazing guys that we're with now and everybody else?
The first thought I came in on Friday, and the first thought I thought of was, what am I doing here? Like, because it was so many great speakers, and it was like, what do they need me for? What do I have to bring? And it was just amazing to see everybody, some new people, some I seen last year. So I think the energy and the connection and the like-mindedness of everyone and everybody that's on a journey and everybody that wants to really make a impact on other people's lives, I think that was the energy that I felt and that I got from it. And I mean, everybody was incredible. So I had an amazing time, and I was just honored to be in the presence of everyone.
Well, if I must say so myself, I think it was done very well. We had so many people from all over coming in and just connecting. Now, so many people I have known for years, but I had never met them in person. Like Velton Shower. Velton Shower is my brother from another mother, and of course, Mr. Unstoppable himself, Terrence Lethbridge. So you got the Mr. Unstoppable, you got Charlotte the Challenger, you've got the stepologist in the house. You got the the leadershipologist in the house, and Muscle Man himself, and Coach Nunu, and nobody can't do nothing around Mr. Toldson but win. You got all these folks in the house, and it was a win for everybody. And so I want to talk about leadership. Why is it so critical for folks that are looking for good leadership to attend conferences like this? Because let's face it, we're all leaders, and we were around some dynamic leaders. Some are millionaires in their own right, some are thousandaires in their own right, but everyone in some shape, form, or fashion are leaders. So I want to go ahead and kick that right over to you, Charlette. Let's talk about that.
I think that was one of the key things that Become the Best You Conference wanted to bring. It was, how did we lead ourselves into becoming better people, or better in our industry, or better to other people? I think one of the things, again, is to be able to lead yourself. And then you're able to lead others, leading yourself, you're able to lead your family, then you're able to lead other people as well. One of the things that I went on a journey, during my journey, was not wanting to be a hypocrite. I wanted to actually be the person I say I am. And so leading self is the biggest thing, first towards leadership for me.
I love that. I love that. So Gary, I wanted you to kind of take the torch on that and kind of weigh in on that.
Well, I loved what my sister said, because I have to echo that. As a basketball coach, I never taught my kids to do things I personally couldn't do, which means, I know my brother Tommy would relate to that. That means I had to be in shape. I had to be flexible. I had to be strong. As a financial coach, I had to teach my clients, different strategies and techniques that I had perfected first. As a minister of the gospel, before I could get up and preach a word to God's people, that word had to hit me first. I had to look in the mirror and say, Lord, that touched my heart. That changed me, or that cut me.
Wow.
So I believe what my sister said was on point. It has to start with you looking in the mirror, you making the changes.
Exactly. And because we look in the mirror and we make the changes, we can always win. So Donald, what do you think about the leadership and how great leadership helps all of us win?
Well, what I've heard one great speaker said, he said that if we inspire others to dream more, to do more, to be more, become more, then you are a leader. See, I don't believe that leadership is all about us, even though we're in that position to lead, but it's all about creating that legacy and passing that legacy on to others, to our children, to the next, to the youth that are coming up, to that next CEO. So when you're in business, you're not just trying to just have it on you, that spotlight on you, but you want to be able to train others. And that's when that's how you know a true leader from, just a ordinary leader, because a true leader is going to train others to outshine them. So for me, that's what a true leader is.
And so I like how you share that. And what sticks in my mind is that a true leader helps to carve people and helps them to really bring out the best in them. And Tommy, that's a part of what you do as a trainer, as a coach. You help bring out the best in people, and you help mold them from the inside out, really, because you help them to make up their mind inside, and then you see the difference outside. So as a leader, being at this conference, what did you feel was one of the most powerful things that helped people to begin to mold themselves and shape themselves into being better leaders in their own lives?
Okay, great question. I like that. And so what I took away from the conference was, though it might be emotional, everybody's not ready for leadership until you tell your story and you show that vulnerability. Then they can say, okay, I can gravitate towards you. I can understand you. I am currently where you've been.
Yes.
Now I feel more comfortable with you leading me because I know your story. You're human. You're not just feeling, the everyday leadership thing, but you are speaking from experience. And by you being vulnerable, you're opening everybody to come into your story and just into your life. That's one of the things that I try to do with my clients is I want to break them down from the inside out. A lot of people think when it comes to fitness, it's all about the physical thing. I don't want to do that. I want to tap into your deep-rooted why, because I want to create that emotion inside you to push you through eating in a certain way, working out a certain way, because you're going to want to quit, because everybody likes the motivation thing. Motivation comes and goes. But I want to tap into your why, tap into your spirit, so that I can keep that hole inside you and to make you get stronger and stronger and stronger from the inside. And it's going to relate when you work out and when you eat a certain way. And so I think that's a good thing about the conference. Like I said, emotional, but you feed off other people's stories, because the stories is not for us, it's for everybody else and for other people to learn. That's how we learn. That's how we grow.
Exactly. I love that. And being a part of the BTBY experience, like Brenda's saying, hey, Brenda, we see you out in Kansas. She said, we bring people together. We collaborate, not compete here at BTBY. We all win. So let me ask you this. What was something that really was a big win for you, Tommy, when you first got going? And then we're going to go back and we're going to go right to you, Donald. What was a big win for you, Tommy?
So I think the biggest win for myself, because I made a dramatic change in my life 11 years ago. 12 years ago, I'm sorry. Made a dramatic change in my life.
Yes.
And I would gloss over my story when I would tell people because I was kind of embarrassed. I was kind of ashamed, and I wanted to cater to what people would want to hear versus what they need to hear. And so midway through the conference, I decided, God spoke to me and said, you better not gloss over this. You better dig deep. You better let it all out there. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be emotional. You have to get it out there, because I didn't want to be up there teary-eyed and all that stuff, but it's something I had to do for myself, for my growth to happen, so that I can let other people know again. It's okay. It's okay to fail. Not even fail. I call it lessons learned. Take those lessons learned, turn them to wins, and just grow as you go throughout it.
I like that. And now, before we go to you, Donald, I want to say that Sarah Baston, she said we lead by example in all parts of our lives. And Tommy, that's exactly what you were doing when you were able to come from behind the mask. Okay. You were able to be your true, authentic self. So bravo to you, and thanks, Sarah, for sharing that, because that's a powerful, powerful point. So Tommy, let's talk about what your win was. Not Tommy, I'm sorry, Donald.
What was my win? My win was actually, because I showed up on this Sunday, my win was to actually meet new people, but not only to meet new people, but to hear their story. And to be honest, I heard some great stories there, but when I heard Tommy's story and I saw how vulnerable he was, then, as I began to speak, and I was speaking to many, many people about winning, because I told them that regardless of what trials or situations that you have been through in this thing that we call life, that all you do is win. See, when we begin to take on that winner's mindset, even though we are facing those things, we say this too shall pass.
That's right.
I say that one of my favorite scriptures is, you win if you don't quit. So everything I do is win, win, win. no matter what, because if I don't give up, I'll win. I win if I don't quit. And we are
Right.
not quitters, but we are winners.
I love that. And Sarah also shared a good leader is really not about how many are following. It's about how many leaders they lead. And so with winning and learning how to win effectively, it really starts on the inside. We have to conquer our own fears, and we have to face the challenge of conquering our own fears. Mm-hmm. So I say, Charlette the Challenger, what was a win for you, and what challenge did you face that you had to overcome and win?
I had the challenge of overcoming the pressure. I was like, what is going on? So the last year at the BTBY, I was last. And this year, when I saw the itinerary, I wasn't last, probably like a month before. Then Brenda, we talked. She said she's changing the speaker order. And I'm like, okay. And I looked on it and I was last again. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And for me, Friday, the first night, after listening to everybody, I had to change my speech. I had a speech prepared, but I had to change it. And then that was pressure. Then on Saturday morning, I said, you know what? I'm done. I might as well not even come up with anything else, because it's like everything was being said. And so that's when I had to cast my cares, right? And just focus on just being present. And just being present. And then, every time somebody said something, I was like, I was going to say that. So I'm glad I didn't create nothing else. And so I did hear the Saturday night, I heard the voice of God or whatever, the spirit, just say I was going to do an altar call. I'm like, what? I heard that, but I didn't know how. And it's funny how things work. It was just a flow. I don't know if you guys know, it was just a flow, just right into it. And then another win, and I'm trying not to be long with it, but for a long time in my life, I didn't listen to rap music. Mm-hmm. A long time. I just listened straight gospel. I stopped listening to Monica, my favorites, Mary J. and Mariah. I stopped listening for a long time, and because I thought I had to be a certain way, being a certain image. And so for me to play that song, I said, I'm just play off the song, put on. Right. So that was another thing. So just imagine if I didn't use what I was great at. Like, I'm great. I can use work songs and what someone say and put it in my speech. And so that was a win for me too. That was a second win for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm loving it. And Prentice, he said, hey, world changers, joining in from Atlanta. And so we see so many of you. Once we go to our break and come back, we're going to shout many of you out. So please go ahead and put a W in the comment, because Tommy's a winner. Donald's a winner. Gary's a winner. Charlette's a winner. I'm a winner, and so are you. So when we come back, we want to see all those W's. But before we take this quick break, I want to go to something that Charles Prison, the coach himself, he said, we must learn how to release the toxic poison from within in order to lead. Say it raw and real. So Gary, you do a lot of this by coaching these young folks, helping them get all that toxic energy, all that poison out of their mind. So what was a win for you when you came there and got all this wonderful pouring into you as you took it back?
Oh my God, do you really want me to go here?
Go there.
I mean, I have to start with Dr. West, the time that he spent with me that was completely unstripped. I wasn't expecting that. Pulled me aside and just really poured into me. Charlette, when you did the altar call, I turned and looked around and I'm like, are we literally having church right now up in here? The time, Dr. Lotus, after you finished, I felt like Holy Spirit wanted me to come and hug on you and pray over you, and that you received that. You don't know me from Adam. And you received that and blessed me. My boy Tommy, oh my God, the conversation that he and I had, and the embrace that we had, and we wept with him as he shared his story. But even after all those great events, the biggest win for me was the personal win was overcoming darkness and fear is what I teach my young people. I learned in St. Louis what midnight is. I've always thought midnight was such a bad thing. But what is midnight? Midnight is the beginning of a new day.
Exactly right.
But when you reference midnight, all we think about is the darkness. Yes, it starts in darkness, but it's dual. I learned in St. Louis, it's duality. That yes, it's darkness, but as the day grows, you grow into a lightness. So I'm living in two realities really at the same time. I'm in the darkest moment of my life, or the deepest bit of my life, while I'm beginning the greatest moment of my life. And
Yes.
I finally saw that for the first time at 52, first time in my life, I saw the duality of that. And I'm like, okay, I don't fear the darkness anymore. I don't fear midnight anymore. That's something that I embrace and I get excited over now going forward. That just means a miracle's about to happen. A new day, a new thing, new birth is about to happen. So that was my biggest takeaway.
Wow, that's awesome. So I want to share this as we get ready to go to break. If you haven't shared this broadcast, I welcome you to share this broadcast. Share it to your page, because what we're talking about tonight is going to help change somebody's life, and the life that it helps to change just might be your own. Okay. And don't forget to share your experience, whatever experience you had there at the conference, share that, because we want to know, because this is the Becoming the Best You conference recap right here on the Lotus Riché Ignite Show. And because we're doing some recap, I want you to check this out. I think you're going to like it. They're in the house. If you missed it, you got to get your shit. Woo! That's an August, baby. Hey! All right, I love that. So we were able to connect with so many people from all around, and of course, many of you that are viewing. So we asked about the winners. How many winners was in the house? We asked, hey, go ahead and put some W's in there. So let's go and check out who the real winners are in the house. Sarah got that in there. She said, winners get up even when they think they can't. That's right. And of course, Coach said, go with your heart, let it flow. And Angie said, what? Yes, listen to your heart. And Angie hit us with a W. Edith, we see you. Let us know where you're streaming in from. She got that W in there. Ebony's got that W. Betty Watkins Toldson is in the house. How you doing? We see you with that win W. And Lori got her W in the house. And of course, the Ignite Show was saying, who are the winners in the house? And Nene is in the house with her W. Charles Prince is in the house. And guess who we have with us, folks? Mr. Unstoppable. Yes. Sarah said we are all in a winning season. And you know what? We can't stop winning, because all we do is win. The comedian Big King is in the house. W, I'm a winner. And of course, the lady that takes care of everybody. If you got an issue with diabetes or anything like that, you need to talk to Coach P, Coach Phyllis M. Weaver. She is definitely winning. And of course, we got Sherry Berger in the house. She said each speak was different, even if similar topics. Each speaker was different. We may have had similar topics, but guess what? Our experiences, our stories were definitely different. And Princess Amaya, we see you winning in the house. All he does is win. Yes, I love it. So I've got a question for all of us to kind of go over. It looks like Ebony had shared something earlier, and I want to really bring this up, because as speakers, as educators, as leaders, okay, when we speak into someone's life, we're seeding into their life. So I really would like, Gary, I would like you to take this first and kind of chime in. Ebony says, I think a lot of people don't understand how therapeutic speaking can be for the speaker. Because you kind of touched on that when we went out. Okay. I was able to share some things, and then Charlette came and we had like an altar call, and you were able to pray for me and speak over me. And many of us, we spoke over each other, positivity. So for you, for what you saw, we knew about your experience, but from standing back, looking at the experiences that other people had, how therapeutic was the speaking portion of the BTBY?
Unquestionably powerful. It's like a stripping away of weight. I mean, it was like the speakers would come up with backpacks on, so to speak. And I really have to reference Tommy because I felt like he lost 1,000 pounds as he told his story.
Yes.
I mean, he left it on, as a coach, we talk about leaving it on the floor or leaving it in the game, or however you want to say that, leave it on the field. And I mean, it looked like he could take flight when he was done. And I felt like every speaker could do that. They left that weight, that burden on the stage, and they flew away. They were lifted. They lifted themselves by just being authentic and true to the audience. It was beautiful to watch.
Awesome. So Tommy, go ahead and lean in on this. What did you see occurring for other people as people were speaking from the stage? How therapeutic did you see it?
I think it was very therapeutic because I said, like I said before or earlier, our stories are not for us; it's for other people. And it's kind of like I felt the tension, and I had the tension as well, where I wanted to stay within here when it comes to my feelings, and but when other speakers got up and they started sharing their stories, this bubble right here started to grow like this.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's like, okay, all right, that's one weight off. Okay, oh, I can be myself. You know what I mean? Because everybody's up there, so it kind of warms you up to just say, hey, it's okay. There's other people who have stories and stuff. They've overcome obstacles, so there's no need to hold it inside. Because, like you said earlier, Dr. Riché, we had to unveil the mask, take the mask off.
Yep.
A lot of us live with masks on,
Right.
because we want to appease everybody else in the world.
Yes.
But when you show your true self, who you are, where you've come from, how far you've come, it allows you, literally, like Gary said, the weight has been lifted, and you're lighter. You feel better. It's like the floodgates open up to where it's like, okay, this is it. I'm good to go now. I can really be truly who I am, what I'm called to do.
Yeah, I like that. Wow, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. The changer, the challenger, the Charlotte, the lady that got it in. She did that altar call. What was so transformational that you saw from the speakers on the stage? What was so therapeutic for you?
I think just seeing everybody being themselves. And for me, the people that dealt with sickness, it was a few people. I think I can't remember their names, but I know one of them was a singer, and I think the other one was a doctor.
Yes.
I can't imagine. We always supposed to be thankful and grateful. But what they went through and what they experienced, pain in their body. We think money is everything. Well, some people think money is everything, but our health is everything. So to see them, they was both gorgeous women, and to be on stage thriving like they were, was, for me, that was like, I want to harness their power, just
right.
Hold on to their power, because they are powerful to deal with that kind of sickness and their body to be, overcomers. They real overcomers, and to be sharing with us. I think that was their stories are powerful to me.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And Sarah said, I gained so much freedom and healing from my speech in St. Louis. And it's without question. Sherry said that when you find your voice, it's important. It's really important. So we're going to kind of turn the corner here, because let's talk about people that found their voice. So, Donald, how was it for you when you saw people discovering their voice? And was there something in your own voice that maybe you had not discovered but came to surface at the conference for you?
Thank you. You know, one of the things that I realized, even though I came up there and, you know, with a lot of energy, some of the words that came out of my mouth was not planned. And I know for a lot of speakers, we try to script what we're going to say. We try to say, all right, you know, we practice a certain way, but when you get on that stage or on that platform, you know, I like to, you know, in church I say it's the Holy Spirit, and even within us, that thing on the inside of us is going to come out. Now, what I do when I train the young people, I tell them, I said, what comes in is, you know, what goes in is what going to come out. So when I saw the speakers, I saw a lot of them, and I know a lot of them are first-time speakers or they haven't been speaking long, but
Yes.
I saw them facing their fears and overcoming their fears and being very transparent. Even myself, as I listened to the speakers and I was getting ready to come up, I was like, wow. But once I started speaking and sharing various stories, I was like, wow, where did all of this come from? So I think that we all experience that, and it comes out of us. It comes from a deep-rooted place within us.
Right.
And as speakers, it's going to happen, and it's very heart-wrenching and it's very authentic. And that's the only way to speak that I think.
I like that. I like that. I like that very much. So finding our voice can be kind of difficult because, Tommy, you shared this. You were pushed to come from behind the veil, if you will. Charlette, you talked about the same thing. Even while I was at the conference, I talked about the same thing. God had given me 2 messages, but I didn't want to give the message that I wanted to give. I wanted to give the message that God wanted other people to hear. And it was very therapeutic because we had people that had shared that, you know, they didn't want to ask for help, you know, and we called those things out. And there were so many other things that happened, and us coming all together and getting each other's phone numbers and stuff like that. You know, it was just amazing how our words were ordained to somebody's challenge. And so I'd like, Gary, if you could come back and talk a bit about why is it essential for people to come together at conferences like these. And then once you share that, we're going to take a quick break for our sponsors, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do the round robin and finish off where Gary starts off. Okay.
Well, I think it's essential and it's very important for leaders to be fed. I think we live in a world where strong has been defined incorrectly, and that people view strength the wrong way, that it's okay for a leader to come off the wall and get some help sometime, to get some support, to get some prayer, to get some encouragement, to get rebuilt. And that's what I saw. I saw mighty men and women coming together, collaborating, lowering their guard, lowering their titles, checking all that at the door. And we had talked earlier about, you know, the spirit or the anointing or whatever that flowed. There was an anointing there that literally broke the yokes of bondage in the hearts and the minds of everybody that sat in the presence of that event. So it was a powerful event because everybody was set free. I think everybody came in there with some type of fear or doubt or unbelief, whatever you want to call it. But because everyone was so authentic, everybody was on one accord, there was a freedom that was released that we all left with. And we all are, I mean, look around the room, we're all changed because of that.
Yes, I love it. And that's spot on. So I wouldn't want to have to go after what he said. But to make it nice and easy, we're going to take a quick break. And for those of you that may not have seen any of the commercials for the BTBY or have not been there, here's a little taste of what you don't want to miss.
What up? It's your boy Tommy Morgan here from Next Life Coaching. Just want to give a shout out to Dr. Lotus Riché. Thanks for having me on your show. Can't wait. I'm excited. I love being a part of people who have dope processes. And Dr. Lotus Riché, you are absolutely dope. But right now, it's time for me to get it in the gym. Anyway, see you there. Let's go.
Hey fam, it's your boy, Coach G. Hey, I just wanted to let you know, I just found out I'm gonna be on the Dr. Lotus Riché Ignite Show. Yeah, me, Dr. Lotus Riché Ignite Show. I'm so excited. Tomorrow night, March 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. Be there. If you want to be blessed, you want to have a power pack time, be there. I'll meet you there. This is your boy, Coach G.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Toldson Sr. Listen, the call just came in. I am going to be on the Lotus Riché show on March the 22nd at 7 p.m. I am so excited. I have been waiting on this for so long. The Lotus Riché show on March the 22nd at 7 p.m. Wow. What am I going to wear? I got to go. I have to go get ready. I'll see you there. March the 22nd at 7 p.m. Bye.
Charlotte the Challenger. I'm super excited. This Wednesday, I need y'all to tune in to the Lotus Riché Ignite Show. Be there or be square, right? Please tune in. We share some great information. So I'm excited to have this opportunity. So if you're a friend of mine or if you are watching this video, just tune in and hear the great information that's going to be shared. We're going to be doing a recap of Becoming the Best You conference that just happened in February. So with that being said, I thank you guys for just tuning in to on Wednesday, this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be there. Lotus Riché, she's going to be there interviewing me, and I'm super excited for this opportunity. And y'all tune in. Make sure you tune in. All right, talk to you guys later.
What up? It's your boy Tommy Morgan here from Next Life Coaching. Just want to give a shout out to Dr. Lotus Riché. Thanks for having me on your show. Can't wait. I'm excited. I love being a part of people who have dope processes. And Dr. Lotus Riché, you are absolutely dope. But right now, it's time for me to get it in the gym. Anyway, see you there. Let's go.
I told you I got fire folks in the house tonight on the Ignite and Take Flight show. Woo! All right. Welcome back, everybody. And I am your host, Dr. Lotus Riché, and I am surrounded by some awesome folks, as you just saw right here on the Lotus Riché Ignite show, where we are igniting and taking flight so you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. And so I want to thank you, Gary, for leading us into that commercial break. And now we're going to turn this thing right over to someone that said he didn't know what he was going to wear, but he's here. Donald, what you got to say? You got to turn your mic on.
Woo! There we go.
There you go.
All I want to say is that all I do is win, no matter what. And the reason that I say that is because we have to look deep within ourselves and declare that we are a winner. And I want to say that to each and every one of you, that regardless of what you're going through or might go through or have been through, you are a winner. And don't you forget that.
Yeah.
I'm loving that. Whoop, whoop. I'm loving that. So I heard the brothers in the back going, yeah, man, yeah. Tommy, what you got to say about that?
No, I like that. I like that, Donna. All we do is win. And I want to kind of repeat, kind of echo what Gary said earlier. He mentioned about leaders getting off the wall and being open to being helped and assisted by other people that were in their environment, other leaders. It's okay, because sometimes we don't always have the answers to everything. Now, the good thing about being in the type of environment is it feels like when you're in the environment, in that conference, that you can do any single thing that you put your mind to. It doesn't matter what it is. And it's important to be a part of those type of atmospheres, because when you go outside in the outside world, you might not have everybody have your best interests at heart. Everybody your cheerleader. And so it's refreshing to be a part of so many people who just want to help spread knowledge, help each other grow, and can humble themselves to be open to learning from other leaders.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. All I have to say is that's a little bit of a challenge. Charlotte, what do you say?
I'm gonna just piggyback on what Tommy said. The last thing he said was, learning from other leaders. I love learning. I heard somebody say copy the right cat. I'm gonna copy the right cat. I just hope no one think that I'm copying them per se, but know that I have learned something from them. And it's all about perspective. Everybody can win. There's no competition, and we all here to grow. So if some other leader in the room have something for me, I'm going to take it and use it. And I would say a lot of leaders, 90% of the leaders had something for me in the room. Even when they talk about, when you talk about the bounce back, that bounce back, baby, that's every day. Let's bounce back.
That's right. Bounce back, baby, bounce back. And so we want to give each and every one of you an opportunity to continue to win and to bounce back. And the way you can do this is to surround yourselves with people just like the ones you see right here on the show. You can also go and get your ticket. Get your ticket to the conference, okay? If you missed this conference, you missed an amazing event. But it doesn't mean that you have to miss the next one. You can go, you can see we're scrolling right down below. You can go to comechangeyourlife.com. This is the website. You can come right here and you can go down to the challenge. You can go to the events portion and see right here in Kansas, August 25th through the 27th, we're going to be in Kansas, and go ahead and get your tickets. Don't wait, don't debate, and don't you dare wait too late to go ahead and get your tickets so you can be in the room with the BTBYs. BTBY! So you can be right in the same room with so many other powerful speakers that's waiting to seed into you and help you become the best you that you can be. And so we want to thank each and every one of you that have tuned in. We hope that you have shared. For those of you that have shared, we thank you. For those of you that haven't shared yet, we thank you too. And just remember, Terrence Lethbridge, he said, when you win, I win, we win. Bounce back, baby, bounce back. It's time for you to bounce back. It's time for you to be a part of the change that you need to see in your own life, in the change that someone else needs to see in their life. And so before we go, we got to get some words of wisdom from each of our speakers right here on the stage. And don't forget, folks, let them know how to connect with you. So we're going to go right with Gary. Gary, go ahead. Give your final words of wisdom for the broadcast for tonight and let people know why they should definitely attend the next conference in Kansas.
I just want people to understand that it's okay to fail and it's okay to be ready to get back up. I live by the credo of Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against me to prosper will prosper. God is not saying that weapons won't be formed against us, but what he is saying is that they won't prosper. And the conference in St. Louis really helped me realize that at a deeper level in my life. It doesn't matter the weapons that are formed. I'm still going to prosper. As my brother Donald said, win, win, win. And all the things that I do and say, I win.
All right. I'm loving that. Pow. He said that. Did he say that, y'all? Did he say that? Did he say that? Go ahead and put a number 5 in there if he said that. He said that. I don't care what nobody said. He said that. He said that. So, Tommy, I love it. So, Tommy, we want to hear some secret sizzling sauce from you, some words of wisdom from you for folks out there in the world. Tommy?
Okay. Absolutely. So I just want to let everybody know that you are dope. You are amazing. And I want you to get every single thing that we keep inside of here, bottled up in our brain. Let's get it out of here. Let's get it out. You said earlier that everyone has a voice. You can find your voice by coming to this conference. And one of the acronyms I want you to kind of just add to your toolbox, I'm big on acronyms, is the word BEAST. Because I do believe everybody here is a beast. And when I say beast, that means be exceptional, always stay training. When I say training your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul. Consistently train, and I know you got it.
All right. Fantastic. I'm loving that. So we're up for the challenge. Miss Charlotte, the challenger. Go ahead. What you got, lady? What you got?
I just want to thank you, Dr. Lotus Riché, for having me on. But I'm just thankful for people being themselves. So I would say for me, having those examples in my life helped me come out of my shell. So if you are becoming, you are on a journey of wanting to be your best self that you can be, I would say attend the next conference. Wish you could have been here, but we can't, talk about that, the past, right? But we can go forward to the future. So there is going to be another conference. You definitely want to be there because you don't know who has your deliverance, right? And that's what it's all about. Something that can take you to the next chapter of your life. Life is like a book. We keep turning pages. And guess what? There's a whole new chapter that you can go to in your life if you so choose. But you got to do the work, right?
Yes.
Each and every day, you got to do the work. And I would say fall in love with those things that you think is bad about yourself or a mistake or bad decision. Fall in love with yourself. And also go to the reallifechangers.com and donate to my youth organization. Thank you, guys.
All right, I'm loving it. So I'm happy that you share that. And don't forget, you'll see their contact information scrolling in front of them. So make sure you connect with them. And thank you for putting the 5s in there. We see you guys. We really appreciate all the 5s and all the love. And we don't want to let it stop here. We want to keep the love flowing. So with no further ado, Mr. Donaldson, we're going straight to you.
Thank you so much. When you get up and you look in the mirror in the morning, I want you to say this to yourself and just remember this: that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor has it entered into the hearts of man the things which God has prepared for those that love him. As long as you keep loving God, then you can't help but win. And you win if you don't quit, because all you do is win, no matter what.
All right, fantastic. I'm loving that. And so we know that you have gotten a true win tonight, right here on the Lotus Riché Ignite Show. And we welcome you to make sure you join us in August in Kansas. We want to see you there. Make sure you go right there, www.comechangeyourlife.com, www.comechangeyourlife.com, so you can win and ignite and take flight in every, not some, not a little bit, not a couple, but in every area of your life. We appreciate you. We love you, and have a great night. And we'll see you next time on the Lotus Riché Ignite Show. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for watching the show. And remember, always follow us on Facebook. Like and share, and make sure you tag a friend and let them know that you care. Let us know what other type of shows you'd like us to present for you.